Hello, everyone. Those of you that are here. Can you believe it?
Hell is that fucking Connor? What is it?
Hey guys. Hi sis. We don't have Booty with us today, so bear with us for Connor. We came up with this topic today because somebody recommended that we touch bases on co-parenting. What she said exactly. Oh, we mentioned last week as well. Last week we were talking about abortions, and that was a little difficult. But
Why was it difficult?
Because of the agreeing on getting abortion and disagreeing on getting them, depending on the circumstance. So it was difficult. It was not. I felt like nobody had a right or wrong answer. Like nobody couldn't all agree to. I feel like everybody that was involved in the live couldn't disagree with abortion, nor could they agree with it.
So I would call that kind of productive, not difficult.
Okay. Okay, so she texted me and said, I have a topic with relationships and how to properly co-parent without being bitter and keeping the child from a father that wants to be involved. So, how do you feel about co-parenting?
I think co-parenting works when both parties are going to do as they state they would. Like, to me, if y'all come to an agreement and both people stick to that agreement and don't deviate because they fell away and then do some fuck shit, I think it should work. But I think it's going to take honesty.
I feel like co-parenting works and don't work at the same time. Like, if you still have feelings for the other parent, I feel like you guys would every now and again, have feelings involved, have sex occasionally, or not have sex. Like, it depends. And I also feel like...
But that shouldn't affect the parenting.
It shouldn't, but women have emotions, and they would take that as, okay, well, we just had sex. Suppose, for instance, co-parenting, you guys are moving on. Like, if you're going to co-parent, the mother is moving on, the father is moving on, but you guys are co-parenting, and y'all still have feelings involved. If y'all happen to have sex one day in exchange of the kid, I feel like us as women, with us having feelings and our feelings being involved, we're going to use the fact that we were able to have sex as like a string to disrupt whatever it is you're trying to move on, or whoever it is you're trying to move on with.
But why do that if that can negatively affect the child? That doesn't make sense.
I don't feel like it would necessarily negatively.
I think it would. It would make it an issue to where now, I don't know. So if you was to do that, right? Let's just say that's the case. I'm not going to feel as comfortable trying to come around and provide for my child on your time. It's going to have to be on my time now where I can control the situation. Because you're clearly doing some other shit now. You're not doing what we agreed to.
No, but what I'm saying by that is, for instance, we're co-parenting and me and you happen to have sex or whatever. Everything is cool. We're still co-parenting. Everything is fine. And now you finally get a girlfriend.
Okay.
Now you finally move on with your life.
Okay.
Me feeling like, okay, so we had sex. Like, even though we're not together and we're co-parenting, we just have sex. The nerve of you to get a girlfriend. I just feel like I'm assuming that us as women, that's how we would naturally think if, we're co-parenting. So I feel like co-parenting is slightly difficult depending on the relationship of how the relationship ended. Like, if the relationship mutually ended on some, we're not working, this is not going to work. Like, we tried and it's not working. Let's move on with our lives and let's co-parent. I feel like that'll be more sophisticated than us, still kind of having sex, dealing with each other or whatever. Let me know what you guys think about co-parenting. I wanna know how y'all feel about co-parenting, but I feel like it's difficult. Like I feel like depending on the situation, depending on how it ended, depending on what's going on with your relationship, type of relationship you guys have, where okay, so if we have a decent relationship, then maybe the co-parenting will work out.
Yeah, but I think that's when I think with children, I think when there's children involved, leave that kid shit out off the table. Like be an adult. Don't allow your feelings to overcome the role you're supposed to play as a parent.
I agree with you. I
be feeling like it's just even as a man too, because I know men that do shit like that. They want to do fuck shit with their kids because their baby mother not on the same page. Like don't allow somebody, and I know it's not easy because that children shit is difficult, but don't allow this temporary feeling to stop you from doing what you agreed to do as a parent.
Mm-hmm.
And that'd be my issue with like the co-parenting when it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we just come to an agreement to where it's just for the kids, all that extra shit, whether it occurs or not, whether we have sex or not, you should be able to deal with that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like us as women with our emotions, like we spoke about this like a couple lives ago. We don't know how to act sometimes with emotion. I feel like men as well. Like, cool, everything is fine. We're co-parenting. We still sleeping with each other every now and again. Everything is okay. It's not until I'm trying to deal with another dude or you as a man trying to deal with another woman where the emotions start to cause friction.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't, like you said, shouldn't affect the co-parenting. It shouldn't affect the child. It shouldn't affect none of those things. But then you will also sometimes have a girlfriend or a boyfriend that feel like, what's the situation? Y'all co-parenting, cool. But what times and what time you going to get the kid, when, and they feel like they need to be involved. And I feel like stuff like that takes time as well. Like,
yeah, but I feel like if you're gonna get a new spouse and you're gonna involve the kids with that spouse, you should have a discussion with the father prior to that. Like, I don't agree with like if I'm gonna have a new woman, I'm not gonna bring that woman around my son until I speak to you about it and let you know to see how you feel. I just think that's disrespectful. So like just when somebody even, I want to know what times, and that's irrelevant at first. Like,
what about if it's just as friends? Like, what about if, I'm dealing with a person and my child, our child only know of that person as my friend, nothing more, nothing less.
I think that's disrespectful because that's not what that is. And then that confuses a child.
But I wouldn't want to have that type of talk with you or the child if I don't, not that I won't feel that it's serious, but if basically like if me and you still having sex every now and again, and I'm a little undecisive.
Then don't bring that man around the child until you got your shit together, and that'd be my issue. And I think that's an excuse that people make, not just women, men too. Like if as a parent, is in my opinion, whether I'm dealing with somebody or not, that woman is not going to be around my child until I know this might be something I want to even bring to you about. Mm-hmm. You could have sex when that person's not around. You could have sex when you're not with the child. You bringing that child in without even conveying that to the other parent, especially if that parent is it, you don't know how that parent is going to feel about that. Because I know for a fact, as a woman, you wouldn't want somebody playing mother to your child. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's when I feel like the disrespect comes into play. And I feel like, if y'all really going to get serious, all right, cool. Then we can have that talk now. All right, that's what you're going to have. All right, let me see. I want to talk to the boy and make sure he know not to play with my kid.
Yeah.
And there's no disrespect from there. But also, I think how the person handles it is the key. Like if you come to me like, I got a boyfriend and stuff, I shouldn't come to you with hostility. I shouldn't be none of, can I meet dude? Because I want to know who's going to be around my kid. Yeah. And this is what I'm not going to allow with my kid. Yeah. And that's the only type of role I can play in any decision making within that. Mm-hmm. But if you were to just bring that person around my kid, whether being a friend or not, that's disrespectful because that's something you would hide. To me, when you have to hide something, you shouldn't be doing it. Yeah. Or you're not confident enough to do it yet, then you shouldn't be doing it. Mm-hmm. Not that you're afraid, you just don't have the confidence to do that out in the open. That's why I feel like that co-parenting is really, really tricky.
Yeah, depending on the situation.
Somebody said, I agree with Ball. Somebody wrote, I agree with you, twin. Don't bring him around until it's real.
Yeah.
But there's also a time when you don't know. I understand those times when it's like, that person, I might like her. She might be something, and then it don't fall through. Mm-hmm. But that's why I feel like that patience is needed before you start doing that. Yeah. And I know it's hard, but like I I think from the beginning, when you trying to date after you already had a kid, you got to let it be known, I got a kid, this is my priority.
In the very beginning.
In the very beginning. So where that person knows, all right, you're going to be with that kid today, I won't even hit you up, or I'll wait till you finish. But when dudes just try to get with a chick and don't be fronting like they don't got a kid, I think that shit is corny. I think it's corny when you don't claim your kid. And I got into it with somebody I knew prior to recently, because they was doing corny shit like that. And I said something, they ain't like what I had to say.
As far as like not claiming your kid, I don't even know how to even. Everybody is different. Everybody has different type of loves for their kids. Everybody has, you know, like I feel like, you know, some men who wasn't ready for a kid will not claim their kid. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like, you know, shit like that. But I wanted to say something about the co-parenting as well. Like in the text, basically how to not end the relationship and co-parents without being bitter.
That's not going to occur. And I think this is when it comes time to be an adult. If you have feelings for someone and that didn't work, it's not just going to be okay after that. That's impossible. You can't turn off your feelings. No, you have to be an adult and put those feelings aside when it's come time for co-parenting. And that's not easy. That's not easy at all. But that whole, how can I just get over this? You can't. You love that person. You let that person come inside of you. Yeah, I had a kid. It's just not going to work like that. Yeah. Somebody wrote, if you do your kid dirty, you will definitely stab someone that is not blood in the back. That is true. To me, like, if you can't do your justice to your kids, I can't trust you. That's why I mentioned I knew somebody that was like, wasn't taking care of their first child because they had got a second child with another woman. And I was asking that person about it, and they was like, yeah, well, you know, the baby moms. I was like, yo, you bullshit. I hate when people use an excuse like, yeah, my baby mom. Are you trying everything in your power to see your kids? You going to court? Like, I think that baby mom shit, I understand those instances, but are you trying every day to see your kids?
And that be my thing too, like with baby mothers or whatever. Like, if you know you and, you know, your baby father is not working and everything, why be spiteful and do the fuck shit? Like, if they get a girlfriend or some shit that they can't see the kid, or now you can't, like, why? I don't understand women that do that. And I feel like most women that do that, they do that to men who really want to be involved. Like, when it's a nigga that don't want to be involved, it's just like, they get treated like gold. But the men that actually do want to be involved, they get treated like shit. I don't understand that.
But that's one of the reasons why, like, I don't like the institution of marriage.
Yeah.
That's another main reason, because the good dude, you will always lose in a marriage. You have everything to lose, nothing to gain, and the woman has everything to gain. If I'm unhappy in a marriage and I want to divorce you, I got to pay you for this, pay you for that. You get the children. That's fucked up, because I'm not happy. But if you unhappy
then, right,
and you want to leave, you get the kids and you get half. It's not intelligent for a man to get in that space. And I think that one thing with the kids, the women have way too much power. But I understand why. I don't agree with it, but women have the children. That's 90% y'all baby, 10% man's.
Yeah.
Meaning that child is going to be with you from the second they take breaths to their lungs that they go to sleep at night. The man can only come around sometimes. That's why I always say that kid shit is real, man. You got to be.
Yeah, I mean, I thoroughly disagree with the women who do that to men that want to be in their kids' lives, get upset and be feeling away, and, you know, having this animosity towards the father, you know, and the father wants to be involved and doing just the spiteful shit. I don't think that that's okay. I feel like that affects the child more than it affects you or him. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't think women see it that way. And that's why I be like, I feel personally like if you doing that with your kid, you don't really love your kid. Or you don't feel as strongly
like
for
if you could be
kid.
like, oh, fuck, you can't see little JoJo no more because you doing this fuck shit. Like that, I don't even understand how a woman can assume that that's beneficial for her or the father. I feel like that has an overall effect on the child.
Negative effect to me.
Yeah.
But that's why I said, like, you gotta know who you having a kid with. Like, when I was younger,
we was talking about that.
I really started to, like, when I was like 18, I really believed I was gonna have a child with a woman I didn't love. I was gonna meet one of them savvy business women that had they stuff together and do everything right and wanted a kid, and we can have a relationship, mutual, you know, understanding, because those emotions wouldn't be involved. I wouldn't have to worry about that woman. Oh, you're not doing this, so you can't see the kid. Nah, she got her stuff. I got my stuff. We want a kid. Why you say little JoJo? That's our son's name.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Here, you want this? Again, guys, bear with us. Tamia is off duty. She's on vacation today. And we have Connor. So it's going to be a little difficult with the live. But again, I also want to know how you guys feel about the co-parenting. You have a problem?
I mean, what?
Why did you just look like that when I put my head right here in your lap?
Because I'm trying to get... Fucking problem what?
Yeah, little baby. Yeah, but let us know how y'all feel about the whole co-parenting thing. I see somebody said that his baby mother do that a lot. Again, I disagree with that. I don't understand that at all. I don't understand how that's beneficial to anybody when you feel like you need to do that with the child. You know, so if your baby mother do that and you want to see your child, to me, get a court order. I don't know. Go to court and
yeah, that shit is... that court order stuff is stressful. It takes time.
Yeah.
So, like, if that's one thing, I know somebody that was going through that. Like, they went through the court order. During that time when everything is getting processed, you still can't see your kid. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then even after a court order that person doesn't have to actually, you know, accept the terms to that. The baby mother could choose not to, and then you got to go back to court to get her to understand why. Like, it's a lengthy process. That's why I said, if I ever had a kid, I'm putting my pride to the side. I'm taking L's all the time. I'm gonna bite my tongue a lot. I'm gonna let shit slide just so I can see my kid. If my baby mother talk crazy, I'm gonna have to eat that. I'm willing to do that.
And there's really baby mothers out there that know that in the midst of the pregnancy, they weren't with the baby father, and they're being spiteful to the baby father before the baby even get here. And then also, once the baby is here, knowing that the father already done moved on with his life and already have a relationship, being spiteful with the... How do you feel about stuff like that? Like, well, you know how some fathers...
It's a double-edged sword.
But look, let me explain this so I can get your feedback. You know how there's some fathers who is involved in a child's life.
Good fathers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then ends up moving on, you know, and getting a girlfriend and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But still go visit the child, be around the child, you know, maybe sometimes fall asleep on the couch, and then you have the mother that'll take a picture of him sleep on the couch with the baby and post it on social media or whatever. Like, how do you feel about that?
I think that type of shit is corny. But I think that social media shit is just for show. Like, to me, it's if you're gonna use social media to paint a picture, let it be an honest picture. Show when I'm not around. Show when I'm calling to check on my kids. Show when I'm stopping by. Show when I'm leaving out. Show that we not having sex. Show everything. I think a lot of that social media shit, especially with women. I feel like
you would definitely have to also have trust in your boyfriend or girlfriend to not believe what their baby mother is posting.
I personally can't deal with a woman that just had a fresh new baby.
Yeah, I think that's you still.
If that father if the father's still in their life, because I'm gonna be honest with you, how all men think. That's my child's mother. Like, I done seen your butthole. I seen your butthole when you fought. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always gonna have that little special thing with you. So in the back of my mind, if I'm dating a woman that just had a brand new baby, that's difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
And it's not even about being secure. I'm very much secure with myself. I just wouldn't put myself in a position to lose. I don't want to have the fair odds in that type of situation.
I feel like the other way around. Like, as a
it's
woman,
even worse with a woman.
Yeah.
It's worse because a man is more likely to get tempted by sex.
Yeah.
Like, I could come swinging my penis around at my baby mother. She'd be like, Jabal, go home. Or I'll call your girlfriend and you'd be mad. But if that lady come around butt naked or in them booty shorts, it's more tempting. Men are much more sexual creatures. That's why I say it take a lot of trust. But also, you got to know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm going to deal with somebody that has a child, just tell your baby father, just don't disrespect me because I won't disrespect his kids. That's all I would ever say.
Yeah.
Once he start disrespecting me, you check him before I do because that's their father.
Yeah.
I'm going to be respectful, but it's tricky. But my thing is consistency. Like, I don't like women that have a boyfriend but still play with their child's father.
Right. I feel like it's
disrespectful.
respect. It's a level of respect. If you know that you now, like in the beginning of the separation of you and your baby mother or baby father, you guys were still having sex every now and again or still dipping and dabbing and things like that. Once you do get somebody that you're trying to take serious, I feel like you need to have, you know, that conversation with the baby mother or baby father. Like, listen, you know, I know me and you were still doing what we was doing or whatever, but, you know, now I'm about to take somebody serious. So, you know, you hold it down, I hold it down type shit. Like, you know, I feel like that conversation needs to come about.
I feel like I would laugh.
As a father, as a baby father, and then our baby mother, like, we still having sex. We're not together, but we're still having sex, right? And then now you want to get you a girlfriend or whatever, and I want to get me a boyfriend or whatever, but we never discussed that. That's what we're doing. We're taking somebody serious. This person might be sick. You know, so in the back of my mind, okay, so only thing I'm gonna notice is that we're having sex less.
That's why I said
because now you're
communication
probably
is key.
exactly because now you're probably. That's why I feel like those spiteful baby mothers come from, because these men don't keep it a buck with the person that they getting into, and then you got these spiteful. Because my thing is, if I don't fuck with my baby father, I'm not about to be spiteful to your bitch. I'm not about to do the extra shit. Like, I'm not doing none of that. So it's like, why is there, when there's baby mothers that's acting a damn fool, what the fuck is you acting a fool for? Because you were still getting dick?
Tia's sitting
like,
here lying.
Tia's
sitting here lying.
What
if
you
we
mean?
was to break up, and I'm like, yo, I got somebody new. This is what I'm about to do. She's not behaving in this manner.
I'm not.
I know that's what you. It's difficult to say those things.
I'm talking about if we both know and we both agreed that we broke up and we still having sex.
That's wrong. If I agree and that's what I want to do, that's it. It don't gotta be us both agreeing.
You're never gonna want to do that with me. If we ever break up, you're never gonna want to stop fucking me. Like ever. We broke up before,
and there was a time. No, there was a time when I was like, no.
It was like a month or two. Like you said no, and I still climbed on top, and you didn't ever push me off for you.
But was there a time?
There was a time you said no.
So just don't say never. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I could do that. I'm just saying don't ever say that. That's like me saying, girl, you will never not want this dick. No.
Yeah, I said no too, and you would still do the grab it thing, like, don't play with me.
Oh, Bob, you would do that in the corny mode. Stop it. No. Cut the fuck out. What? I'm talking, you was like, yo, can we have sex? No, I don't want to do that. Nah, I'm leaving. And then you was like, start wailing. But that was in the past. What I'm simply saying is, it's so much more difficult to do these type of things with co-parenting when feelings are involved like this. Yeah. I think bitterness comes from these type of relationships. When people are really deeply in love, because that love shit is judgmental, it's possessive.
I don't feel like the bitterness comes from these type of relationships. Because these type of relationships, if it's not working, we're going to try to make it work. We're going to figure something out. And then after we figure something out, if it's just not working,
but that's if that comes on good terms.
Right.
If I was to cheat on you, I got a brand new girlfriend. Right after I cheated on you, found out and I left.
Yeah,
and I got,
that's
different. What I'm saying is, these are the type of relationships that end wrongly, where the bitterness comes.
I also feel like the bitterness from the baby mothers come from if you still being a man, dipping and dabbing in my pussy and everything after the kid, and you trying to move on. I'm gonna feel away. Like,
yo, listen, I've seen a man stop completely with the baby mom, and the baby mother just couldn't accept it. I've witnessed this. Consistently. I have. See, I've seen both sides. I seen a baby mother that trying to get their man to do right, and he don't want to do nothing for their kid. I also seen somebody that does everything for their kid. Now, other women like, yo, your baby father's good. Why are you doing that to him and doing wrong? I wouldn't both ends. That's why I used to be so afraid to have a kid. Like, if shit gonna have me outside crying.
I cannot stress enough how much I despise women that treat the baby fathers that want to be in their kids' life like shit. I despise them. Like, I think that is so out of line. I think that's so crazy. And I respect the men that have full custody of the kids.
That's difficult. Like, that full custody shit is difficult. What is this?
It's like wine.
Here it kind of go.
Well, why you gotta throw it back like that? You didn't want a glass or nothing? It wasn't juice. I said it's like wine. Like,
Shitty, I'm not in the fucking mood right now.
Okay.
Thank you. The fuck? Just do the fucking show, bro.
This is not a show. This is a live.
See, you about to smoke my shit. Once you smoke my shit, I'm gonna be done.
I'm just saying, I had a glass right here.
I don't want your glass.
You just wanted to do that. Yeah. So, co-parenting.
Two idiots can't co-parent. I think that's a big thing too. Like when two stupid individuals have a child, things become extremely messy when things go wrong. And what I mean by stupid, like you can have your shit together, know what you're doing, but when it comes to like common sense factors, you gotta know what you need. Somebody has to be an adult in the situation. Like, I fucked up. This is what I did. This is what I did. I'm asking you to put that to the side. Let me see my son. This is what I want to do. This is what I need you to do. Tell me what you need me to do to work with you. When you got two individuals that just go like this instead of connect,
those be the individuals that do that during the relationship as well.
Somebody said, "Boy, I said you about to smoke mine." She smokes my shit every day, every single day, but every day, faithfully. That shit is starting to take its toll now. Now it's taking its toll. But
what I was about to say?
The same shit you say all the time.
What?
Bullshit. But go ahead.
Why are you laughing so loud? What I was about to say was the people that's stupid like that after they break up, that's because they do that during the relationship as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like arguing all the time.
You see how you just did that extra after I told you to stop?
But it wasn't in your face in the first place, so that's why you told me to stop. Okay. Can you open it for me?
No. Hell no, I'm not opening that shit.
Can you open it?
You've been dealing with that for how long, boy? Don't complain. See, that's the problem. I think because she's so accustomed to me dealing with bullshit, it's considered the standard. And I can't have a time where I don't want to deal with bullshit. She's fucking delusional.
He's crazy because there's plenty of times where I try to give him his little space and then he run stinky.
Stinky what? When?
That's what you do to me.
When? What?
If I don't want to be bothered or whatever.
When?
I never really don't want to be bothered.
That's why you're telling stories.
When I don't be wanting to be bothered sometimes.
I'll give you your space. I have no issue giving you space because I know that's needed for growth.
We don't be giving each other no space.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. We'll get in the bed and still want to cuddle and still want to be
That doesn't mean I'm not giving you space. That's nighttime. You sleep. Yo, when we're asleep, nothing counts. That's not spending time with each other. That's not connecting. You're asleep. The fuck? Both of your jokes so much, but I'm not even playing.
But what you said they call you though? Snuggle what? All right, then like
nigga, that's when we're sleeping.
That's when we're getting ready to go to sleep.
Right. Like what I'm saying is I give you space. When we're asleep, that doesn't count. Nothing's conspiring when we're sleeping.
But even during the day when we're up, when we're giving each other space or whatever, like I'll come in here and bother you, or if you're in the room, I'll come bother you in the room, and then vice versa.
Okay, but space was still given. Like I'm not even arguing with you about this. I know Tia, no space for no one to come in between.
Okay.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life.
Okay, so can we get y'all feedback on how y'all feel about the co-parenting thing?
When we sleep and nothing counts, I'm using this line because it's true.
Do not use that line.
Listen, if I come to your house to spend time with you and we fall asleep and it's time for me to go, we didn't spend time with each other. We went to sleep.
There's plenty of times you would sleep and I just would sit up and watch you
Lies.
sleep and then kiss you right here
Lies.
on your fat and on your
Lies.
I'm lying.
Many times. Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling?
Time out. There's not plenty of times I watch you sleep or you be sleeping.
I don't know if you're watching me sleep.
On you and kissing on you. You never woke up and see me in your face.
Let me finish, bro. There are times when I wake up and I feel you kissing me or playing, but there was never a time I woke up and just saw you watching me because I would be bothered and we would have to have a discussion. So that's why I said you're not being honest right now. Was there times where I was sleeping and you was watching me? Yeah, I used to do that all the time. I used to always watch you sleep. I told you that. So that's not a part of like time? Like no. That's not me spending time with you. You could be asleep thinking about the next man. How was that spending time? I could be asleep thinking about the next woman. How was that spending time? Get the fuck out of here. We got the point when you said it the first time. You didn't have to say it again. I said man, and then I spoke of a woman. Exactly. And then we got the lies.
So when you sleep,
Can you
so
give
when
him
you
a
sleep,
snack?
so when you sleep, you thinking about somebody else?
Thinking
I know
about
you
somebody
said you
else?
could be, so I'm asking.
Oh no, I told you what I'll be thinking about when I'm asleep.
I be hearing what you be thinking about when you sleep
Lies.
because you be saying stuff.
Right.
So I already know.
I
So
hear
you
when
don't
you
have
see
to
how you
tell
put my
me.
personal business on the street. Only thing I hear when you're asleep is farts.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
You're so full of shit.
Okay.
You're lying.
All right, I guarantee. Ask Samia. You don't know how many times in the morning when we getting ready for school and you get to sleep in. You know?
You're lying.
Okay. Ask Samia.
Is that the only thing you hear when I sleep?
No, of course not. Because we both snore occasionally. If you spit that on my son, I'm gonna hurt you.
Yo, you're lying.
Okay.
You
don't snore. I said we both snore.
Don't we
occasionally.
both nothing? It's you.
Shati, how many times I woke you up and you on your back? And I'm like, yo, son, you want to turn around?
That's when I'm sick.
Oh, niggas ain't lying.
That's when I'm sick.
Okay.
Like if I got a cold
Then you
or some
sick all
shit.
the time.
No.
All
Oh
the
my
time.
God. When I have a cold or something, I'm like congested. Yeah, I be snoring a little bit.
Can you give him a snack?
I tried to. He turned his head. Look.
All right, can we get back to this conversation? Co-parenting.
Yes, co-parenting.
Have you seen a relationship when co-parenting works positively? Very rarely, right?
Very rarely, but
Very
yes.
rarely.
Yeah, very rarely, but yes. Mhm. I have.
You know when I seen co-parenting work? When both parents finally got over each other.
Yeah.
That's when I think it worked. That's why I said it takes time. But I think if you guys stay consistent in the beginning when it's his hardest, eventually it'll come easy.
I think somebody want to join them.
Ooh.
At the bottom, that little red dot.
Well, ain't nobody. But like I said, when both parents actually move on, I think that's when it is. But that's hard, man. That's why I said you got to put your pride aside. Like, yo, I don't want to see her with somebody else. Nigga, you got to. The fuck? You don't want to see that or you don't want to see your kid pick?
But I feel like that comment right there comes from most men who didn't cherish the relationship during the relationship. Like, wasn't doing right at the time of the relationship.
True. It can also come from when somebody got cheated on and then that person left them.
Yeah, but I don't feel like that person is going to be like, oh, I don't want to see them with nobody else. You cheated on me. I don't give a fuck.
That's not true. And I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions about when you get cheated on, that you just stop caring about that person. No,
you don't. You don't.
That's why I don't agree with that statement.
That
There's still a part like you still felt that way of loving. That other person didn't. That shit don't just turn off.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you just gotta be an adult. Oh,
cut it out.
Give him a snack, man.
Yeah, you want to switch? Because I've been trying to give him snacks and he don't want it.
Father. Yeah. Yeah.
Putting him in his seat.
Yeah. Yeah, this is yours. Thank you. Here. Thank you. That's yours. It's right there. I bet you he eat it. Watch.
Okay.
Look. What I told you.
But did you see what you had to go through?
But did I
give it to
see?
him?
This is what I be talking about. You always judge the route I take instead of the fucking destination, bro.
I ain't judging shit.
Did he eat it? Did he stop yelling for a little while because he got it?
Did he eat
yes
it?
Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Is
I'm
he quiet
him.
right now?
Yeah, because he's playing with it.
Doesn't
he's not
matter.
eating
He just put it in his mouth and took it out. And he's gonna put it back in his mouth. That's why the tip is wet.
Okay.
Thank you. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Did you do that?
I did it prior to you doing it. I've been doing it.
Okay, but you just told me you couldn't do it. You wanted me to do it. I did it.
Okay.
It's still going on. He dropped it. Give him another one. That's what we bought him for.
Somebody also wanted me to speak on like voluntarily telling lies. You know what I mean? No, you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Like nobody even asked you, and then you just making up a lie. You get what I'm saying? I don't really know how to touch that because I just feel like I don't get the point. But
so why'd you bring it up?
Maybe they will have a point, or maybe they will have an experience of somebody voluntarily telling a lie. And if you do have an experience of somebody just voluntarily telling you a lie, can you please share it so we could, hear it?
I think that occurs from when you tell a lie and then you have to always support the facts for that lie. So there are times when you might just lie and not even realize it because you've been keeping up with a lie for so long.
But what if the lie don't even coincide with whatever the lie was prior
is
to?
naturally,
what if it's just like a
let me
made-up
finish.
lie?
That is going to naturally occur because you've been lying for so long. You're accustomed to it. Now you're just lying for no reason because you've been doing it for so long. If you practice something over and over again, you'll become so good at it, it becomes effortless to you. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You eating all crazy? Oh my God. But yeah, so to me, it's like people that do that, they're just.
Did we get any comments? Did y'all give us any explanations about co-parenting? How y'all feel about co-parenting? No.
No, not as of yet.
What happened, Sticky?
I'm gonna see. Okay.
What? See, you want to see what?
Nothing. Good.
You good?
I've been leading for the whole time.
How do you guys feel about co-parenting? I see a lot of people up here who don't even have kids, but the ones who do have kids, how do you feel about co-parenting? And another topic we just brought up is voluntarily telling a lie. How do you feel about that?
I think that voluntary telling a lie is tricky because you don't really know when. You only find out afterward. It's not like you know instantly this person is lying. That's very rare.
I feel like sometimes you do though. No,
I think so. I think if you don't find out instantly, a few minutes later, a few hours later, something don't add up. Or okay.
But I feel like people will find out and don't even approach it though. Like you'll find out about the lie and it's be like.
Because eventually you'll just let that person just keep lying so it crumbles in. Eventually, for every lie you tell, you're gonna have to face the truth to it,
or either keep up with it.
Yeah. So, like one of the things I really, it's not easy though. Is trying to practice is not lying at all. But that's not easy. Like remember when I was telling you the other day, like I don't want to lie because that just makes me feel like you lie when you're afraid. So I was speaking to somebody like much older than me. Like, yo, why do people lie? They lie because they're afraid.
I heard some people lie to hide the truth, basically because the truth will hurt.
Because you're afraid. You're afraid that truth might hurt that outcome. You shouldn't be doing that. If you gotta lie, especially about like big things, you fear someone, or you fear the aspect of that. If you call yourself a man, what you fearing for? Yeah, that's when I really started to try not lying at all. Like if I don't feel that way, I won't say nothing else. Or if somebody says something to me and I don't feel the exact same way, that's cool.
But I feel like if you're lying to protect someone's feelings, it's not about you being afraid. It's you're genuinely caring about the fact that you don't want to hurt them.
I feel good about co-parenting with Ball because I trusted him with my kid, Tamia.
Who the hell,
godmother? The fuck up. What are you laughing for?
That had to be her godmother.
But but I was saying with the things, like you lie when you're afraid. And that be my
or when you care.
No, I don't believe that.
No.
Because I think at the basis of all that is fear. I do care about you, and I'm too scared to tell you I'm doing wrong. I'm too afraid to be real with you that I'm fucking up everything we got right now. That's what it is. It's not that too afraid for your feelings. Cut that out, because if I was, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. Yeah. Nah, I'm too fearful, or I'm too weak to lose what we got now because of something I did in the past. Like, you remember when I told you when you found out I lied to you, and I was like, yo, the reason why I lied because I didn't want to fuck up what we had. I was scared of losing that. That was being real. You found out from then, like, yo, that's why I lied. That don't make the lie okay. So once you could be real and admit, like, yo, that's why I'm lying, then that shows that person is really have some type of self-growth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought you was gonna put him in a room, put on the stuff, and close the door. Like he's not gonna die.
Then we would have to keep getting up.
For what?
We would have to keep getting up to go all the way back there.
For what?
Right here.
Not getting up for what?
Like if he's like doing this right now. Like right now, he dropped his cup. I picked it up.
He'll be alright. He's not gonna die.
They not gonna die hearing him in the back.
Okay, I am. I just don't like talking over noise and madness. It's not productive.
But
see, but you don't care about that, and I think
I do care about that.
You don't care. Okay.
I do care about that, but I don't care about it more than I care about him being right here, accessible.
That's cool. But what I'm saying is, if he can be fine in the room, and we gotta check on him periodically, then so be it. We did it when Tamia was here. What I'm saying is, if he's fed, he's changed, he has everything he needs right there, he's not gonna fucking die. He's in the crib with everything he needs, and then some. Me in another room. Okay, see, this is like this co-parenting shit with T is difficult.
We're not co-parenting, motherfucker.
Yes, we are co-parenting.
We are together.
That does not mean we're not co-parenting. The fuck?
What is co-parenting? What is the definition of co-parenting?
Don't you? You're an intelligent person, right? Look it up. But I'm gonna look it up too.
Please, thanks.
Especially of a separated or unmarried couple sharing duties of a child.
Oh, because we're not married, so we're co-parenting. Okay, you got that. Give me some.
I don't want to give you none.
Give me some.
I don't want to give you none, playgirl. Now you get the fuck out of here. Get off of me. Some people lie not to hurt the other person's feelings. Again, let me rephrase that. That is not the truth. Like, yo, if it's one thing I could say now, if Tia was to call me a liar, I got to deal with that. You want to know why? Because I've lied to her in the past. I don't get mad if she was to call me a liar. I've lied to you in the past. Am I lying to you right now? No, I'm confident in myself now. But when I was lying to you, it wasn't because I didn't want to hurt you. No, I didn't want to admit that I was the reason that you're hurting right now. Because if you did what you did, if you didn't want to hurt them, you wouldn't have did it. Cut that shit out, man. That's not the truth. That's what liars say to make shit feel better. Oh, I lied because I didn't want to hurt you. That's not the truth. I lied because I was too scared to tell you the truth. I didn't want to lose what we had, but I still wanted to do what I wanted to do on the side. And I couldn't give you that option up front because I was scared you wouldn't accept it.
It's just the base of the fact of it being afraid.
It's fear. And my thing is, if you're a grown man or you're a grown woman, and everybody tough these days, what you fearing for? That's why I don't feel no reason why.
Fearing the loss. Some people cannot.
Okay, cool.
Or adjust with the loss.
Then don't put yourself in a position to have the loss. Like, I think me and you now more than ever, I'm not going to be lying to you, bro. If I might tell you some shit you don't want to hear, you just don't want to hear it. But where has lying gotten us in the past? Doing some foul shit, right? Mm-hmm. That's not the truth. So when people be like, oh, I'm not lying to you because I love, get the fuck out of here. Okay? If you love me, you wouldn't have been doing what you was doing. You're selfish. Another point, yo, you want to know what somebody told me? Let me tell you this shit because I got to get this off my chest. I was listening to these girls in my class speak about, well, I don't want to be with him because he doesn't make me happy. And immediately I thought to myself, bitch, that's selfish.
Why did you think that was selfish?
I think that's for you to need or expect for someone to make you happy is selfish. It's not my job to make Tia happy. It's my job to provide her with the experiences that make her very grateful to have me in her life and for us to appreciate each other. I don't gotta make Tia happy. You're a grown fucking woman. Make yourself happy. Same thing with me. It's not your job. Let me finish. It's not your job to make me happy. You can try to bring happiness into my life. You can provide me with the experiences that will equivalent to my happiness, but it's not your job to make me happy. As an individual, that's your job first. That's selfish. To have somebody to expect for you to come in and make me happy is selfish.
But I don't think that they were, my opinion, I don't think that they meant like, oh, I don't want to be with him because he don't make me happy.
No, that's exactly what they said.
I know, but I don't think it was meant for that specifically. I think it was more like, you see how me and you can be around each other. We both make jokes. We both play around. We both laugh. Like, we know how to make each other just genuinely happy. Like, we know how to be funny. We know when to make jokes. We play with the kids. We know how to crack jokes onto me or vice versa. Like, we know how to do those things. It's probably those tedious things that she probably was speaking of.
No, she didn't.
But just made it overall and just said, oh, he doesn't make me happy. You know what I mean? Like, maybe outside of just herself. Like, okay, I make myself happy. Cool. But what he probably doesn't do anything to make, her happy. On top of her making herself happy.
Also, the point is like, you shouldn't need someone to make you happy.
No, I get that part.
Like, I used to do that with you. I expected you to make me happy at times, and that was unfair to you. Why is that a burden on you? It's not your job to make me happy, bro. That's my job. If I'm not happy with myself, if you need somebody else to make you happy, no, somebody can add to your happiness. Somebody can bring joy to your happiness. I feel like that's
probably what she meant, but she didn't say that.
Right,
she probably didn't know how to express that.
So somebody wrote, co-parenting is hard only if one person wants to co-parent. which is fucking crazy to me.
Yeah, I feel like co-parenting, you guys have to both agree to it.
I think those good mean if I'm not happy around, I don't want to be with him. She has every right to feel that way. She is
That's
right.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But
like
she didn't state that.
She didn't.
And I can only go from my experience. I've met many women that expected a man to make them happy.
I think they expected them to add to themselves, making themselves
bro.
happy.
It's not that. It's not that. I'm telling you, it's women be feeling like they're supposed to make me happy. Men do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, live with for 18 years and counting. Hold on. Jesus Christ.
What?
18 years and counting. Jesus. But yeah, like I was saying, man, that's just how I feel. And with the co-parenting, I don't think there should ever be a time personally when both parents don't want to co-parent. Like, that's your fucking job. Like, that's not something your child didn't ask to be here. I feel like when in a relationship, it's supposed to be like an extra topping to make you happy. That's exactly what I'm saying. That person should bring enrichment to your happiness. That person should bring joy. Their experience should elevate your happiness. But you should not expect another person to make you happy. That's selfish. If you're not happy with yourself, if I was happy, I wouldn't need Tia to make me happy. I'm already good. I love what you're adding to that. I love what we balance and bring out together. But no, I don't agree with that at all. At all. And as far as co-parenting, we shouldn't even have to have that type of discussion. Like, I feel like we need to do what's best for the children. And I think once that's the standard, all the extra shit needs to go out the window. That's how I feel. He's tired, man. Mm-hmm. He makes a valid point. I know.
Oh God!
I do this often, you know. I could have went to school. Let me just shut up. Anyway, look, man.
I agree with that whole lying thing, with the base of it being once you explained it like that.
But I'm not to cut you off, but I told you when somebody told me that, it really, I thought about it for like 3 days straight. Mm-hmm. You know, somebody ever gave you information that you really just pondered on for days on end at a time? Mm-hmm. It really made me question how strong or confident I was in myself. If you was somebody like, if you was really that confident, you wouldn't lie. You would have kept it G. Like, yo, this is what it is. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. And that's difficult. But you know what? When I was talking to this person, they're married. They was like, yo, there was a time when I had sexual desires for other women. And I had to tell my wife that. Like, yo, I catch myself at times thinking about this woman. What can we do differently? Mm-hmm. Like, that take a lot of courage. Mm-hmm. But that's what he said he did to alleviate any problems that could occur from that. Mm-hmm. I couldn't fathom that at first, but now, with the type of relationship I am, yeah. Once you start thinking about that other stuff, that funny shit, you start doing it, bro. You start feeding into it. Nah, if you really love this person and y'all got that great type of relationship, y'all got to be able to talk about the good and the bad. Mm-hmm. That's real shit. That's a real marriage.
I feel like
that's a real marriage.
But I feel like shit like that don't happen overnight. Shit like that happen through bad experiences. Shit like that happen through, you know, difficulties in the relationship to get to that point. You know what I mean? Like, if you're at that point, I feel like, you are ready to be married. And
that's my point.
The person. But I feel like people that get into a marriage before they experience all of the bad, to me, my opinion is I don't see the marriage lasting without no infidelity, lying, trust issues, and none of that.
Y'all live together and are together, so I don't think that's co-parenting. I think that's being a family in one household. Okay, so let me explain why I think it's co-parenting. Yes, we live together, but me and Tia aren't home together as often as everyone thinks. There are many times when she's at work, I'm at work, I'm doing something else, she's doing something else, I have the kids, I'm working around her schedule, she has the kids, she's working around my schedule. We're co-parenting. Like when me and Tia really sit down, tell them how we plan the week. All right, baby, tell me your schedule. Yeah. All right, you picking up the kids this day. All right, well, I'm going to pick up the kids this day. All right, well, I want to do this, so bring the kids here and meet me here. All right, this is what we're going to do, meet the kids here. In between, after the kids, then we find if we got time for us. Yeah. We are co-parenting, okay? The fuck? Until we married, we're co-parenting. Co-parenting.
We are a family in one household, honey.
Co-parenting. The fuck? At least he was honest. All 5% of men are.
Only 5%, right?
Look, man.
Yeah.
I think, you know what? I'm gonna be honest
That's
with
a
you.
low percentage.
I don't think you don't meet. I think it's very rare to meet somebody who's fully endowed with their personal self until like after 27, 28. I feel like when you're at that 21 to 25, 26 stage, you coming into the person you want to be. You don't got your ideology set. You might feel emotional.
You're learning yourself as an adult.
Yes. So at that 28, 27 stage, you're solidifying yourself for what you're going to be as a person from now on. So when you meet people at that time and they still with the funny shit, you shouldn't be fucking with them. There's no way I'm meeting a 30-year-old woman who still want to play around.
Yeah, if you meet someone prior to that, I feel like adjust yourself, your mind, your patience, and tolerance around all of those things, you know.
Okay, this is the foolishness I'm about to read. Y'all the hood, J and B, okay? Leave me alone. Somebody wrote 30 plus for men. I disagree. I think it's the same age. I think women show their maturity more. But I think if you just look at somebody's actions, you could tell what they all about. Nope, 30-something-year-old men still alive, baby.
Yes.
That's
so true.
If you're dealing with a man that's 30 and still playing children's games.
I work in a check cashing place.
Here we go.
This man, no, I'm so serious. Like, he was on the phone cursing this girl out. I don't know who she was to him or whatever, but he was like, I do everything for you. I take care of you and them fucking kids. They not even mine, bitch. You gonna learn to respect me or I'm gonna be fucking somebody in your house. I'm like,
he had a valid point. He had a valid point.
But he went off. And mind you, I work with nothing but women, so we all just looking at him like, he like, I apologize for that, y'all. I apologize for that, y'all.
That
and just
bitch got him getting out of character.
Unbelievable.
Stop playing with grown men. I agree with the 28 mark. He would have died, sis. Yeah. If you listen to me. I really be feeling like when a good man blacks out, it has to be something that woman is doing.
She wasn't respecting him.
When a good woman blacks out, you doing that woman wrong. If an understanding woman blacks out, you doing something wrong. Real shit. Good people don't normally just get to that level. It takes time. It takes, it steps to that. You can't be fucking with people, man.
The point of the gate is to stop the child from getting to certain places. He's picking up the gate.
Son, this is when I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to read this comment. I'm going to tell you something. Somebody wrote, when a good man blacks out, ooh, that shit turns me on. What the fuck? Yo, listen to me. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. No. Listen, and this is when I knew I just hate project mentality. I remember I was like 10 years old, and some girl was like, "Well, I don't want to talk to no boy if he not beating me up." And I was confused. I was like, "Yo,
you said that when we talked about
I said, "Yo, you really mean that?" She said, "Yeah, my man not throwing me against a tree, telling me to go the fuck upstairs. I don't want to be with him."
That means he don't care, supposedly, allegedly.
That's when I knew women are crazy. Y'all don't know what the fuck y'all want. Y'all want the impossible man. Y'all want a hood drug dealer, Harvard going killer that works for that got a 6-figure job and don't cheat, but give you the best. A killer street thug nigga that go to Harvard. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all crazy, son. If a man was like that, I need my chick to be a thug, but have a 6-figure job. She got to be able to shake it like a hoe, but not be a hoe. And y'all would be like, nigga, please. But y'all want this from y'all man. Y'all fucking crazy. She's a dummy.
Yeah,
she's crazy. I know she's playing, but she's crazy. But it's women like that. Why do y'all, what? That shit don't turn me on. I never got turned on when a chick was wilding on me. Ever.
It's to me.
Ever.
But
did we have sex after? Maybe, but I never got turned on.
To me, it's not only about the whole like wild and getting crazy. It's about, showing and letting, that woman know that you have the authority, putting your foot down.
Why test that means
showing your strength, not on me.
Okay.
Don't put your hands on me, but showing that you're not you know what I mean? Like, no woman wants no punk bitch ass nigga.
Okay, all right, cool. And this is my problem. Then why test that authority? That's what I don't understand. If that's what you want, cool. Why test that authority? And then don't want him. The way a man shows his authority is by violence. If another nigga try to play me, I'm rocking off on this nigga. That's how we know to stand by authority. So if you're testing us and we can't do that to you, what the fuck do you think that does to us?
Well, I'm trying to get some in. When we come back, I'll have some lingerie.
Right. Never happens. This is the shit.
We don't really do that though.
Oh my! But I'm just saying, like that never happened. That scenario never happens. She wows on him. He shake her ass up. He leave. She come back. She's waiting in lingerie.
Seriously though, when I was about 18, 19, probably younger, I've witnessed a woman like beating the shit out of her nigga because she called him cheating, and he holding her like hold the arm.
Relax.
I love you. All right, I love you. I'm sorry. Like
and
that
her dumb ass
stopped.
That didn't turn him on. That did not turn him on. That was his reasoning for not trying to kill that bitch. That's not a turn on. This is self-defense mechanism.
But he that ass was like, I know, I'm sorry, baby. I know you love me. I know, I'm sorry.
Cool.
I'm sorry.
That was not being turned on. That's a self-defense mechanism. See how y'all read? Let me read these comments because this nigga is crazy. Nah, I mean, I want a man, strong man that's gonna protect me mentally. Okay, cool. So don't beat that man's confidence. That'd be my thing. You want a strong mental man, then why attack that? That's what I don't understand. Like, if I want a woman that's secure with herself, cool. That's like me always talking to other women, making me feel insecure.
I don't feel like it's always about attacking that. You know what I mean? It's about at the moment, our temperature is hot and it's rising, and we getting the shit off our chest, and it may be pushing a couple buttons, but we trying to get it out. So
if men did that, would that be cool? If I naturally just kept trying to push your buttons and saying,
no, it's not about trying to push the button. It's about us getting it out, but we are pushing buttons unknowingly.
Cut it out. See, this is the stupid shit I hate. That unknowingly shit. Get the fuck out. Change the subject. Nah, they need therapy. Exactly. Fucking insane. And be there because I be going off. I love a man that's going to put his foot down, not his foot on my neck. What do y'all consider putting his foot down? Like, that's what I, like, when he try to shut down a conversation? No. Then what is putting his foot down?
Letting it be known what's right, what's not right, what you like, what you don't like.
I could do that every day, and you're still going to do exactly what I don't like. So what's the sense of doing that?
I'm not
this is what I mean. This is what I say. Like, this shit is just...
Everybody's not like that. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
You're saying that, you can put your foot down about something specifically.
Not even put my foot down. I can tell you exactly what I like, what I don't like. You're still going to do what I don't like.
But what if it happens unknowingly?
Okay. This is when I just feel like this is fucking retarded. I said what I said.
Exactly. Okay.
Yo, I never understood that with women, son. But you know what?
That was all right.
I can understand because I used to really think like, yo, if a chick not trying to climb in my window or trying to hit me, you know what I mean, or doing crazy shit, she don't really love me. I used to really think like that because I was such accustomed to women doing that when a woman wouldn't do that, I didn't know how to take it.
I have a friend that only wants a nigga that's gonna put his foot down, be stern. Like if she out partying with her friends, and now it's about 1 o'clock in the morning, he ready for her to be in the pants. Yo, let's go. It's time to go. She like that shit.
I don't know. I'm never going. I told myself I was never gonna be that nigga coming in the club with his robes on, his slippers, looking for his woman. I'm never doing that. That's a dub for me. Never. But yo, I'm not gonna lie. There was times in the past when I was out, and somebody like, yo, boy, what you call it here? Oh shit! Why you playing with me, Jabbar? Why you playing with me? Those days, I don't miss those days at all. I'm talking. Oh man, never mind. I don't miss those days at all. At all. What the fuck is the problem, Tia?
I didn't say anything.
I didn't say you said anything. I said, what's the problem? Because you're staring at me like,
all
right, cool. All right. Then she wrote, leave me alone. Yes, Hattie. It's time to go.
Yeah, I said like something.
Why does that shit turn you
like that?
That
telling
shit,
you,
yo.
like that's basically because I feel like it's more, it's public. It's letting them know that, that man came in the spot and told you he ready to go. That's his chick and that's my man type shit. Like, he not afraid to let people know that
I think
this is his chick.
it sounds like y'all need to go to the zoo.
I was at Cecilia. We was at my cousin's house, my cousin Shanette house. Seiki did that to his baby mother, his girlfriend. He came, she was chilling
like
with her
22,
friends.
23.
Yeah, but she wasn't even doing nothing. He knew she was there. His sister was there and everything. She was not doing anything. She was literally laying on the bed. He came in there and was like, let's go. Like, let's go. She like, no, I'm not going nowhere, but her ass left.
Yeah, that's the dumbest stuff. That's not Tia ready to kill you. Stop. Enjoying the old moment, period.
Exactly, right?
I was not enjoying that. I was simply telling you how I don't miss that shit. Yo,
You said it's smelling.
Okay, let me tell you something. You know what I don't miss? Real shit. I don't miss that phone call when, yo, she found out she about to wow. I don't miss that, yo, she went through my shit and she know the truth. I don't miss that, yo, she might throw my shit out the window. I don't miss that feeling.
You see how your face is right now? Your face wasn't like that when you was talking
Because
about, yo, boss, she had
because that was funny.
That
was funny.
He was like, yeah.
That was funny. That was funny.
Oh.
That shit used to have me crying. Or yo, what you call that at the front door at the job, bro? Shall I let her in? Oh, shit. That shit used to have me dying. I don't find that shit funny anymore. Like, I don't find that type of behavior acceptable as an adult.
Right? He was like, wake. He really was, though.
Like, wake the fuck up. Right, Tia, right. He was mad happy. Nah, boy, you gotta relax. I can laugh at whatever the fuck I want to laugh at.
Shut up.
Right. Now, go ahead. Go back to this. Look at your son. Just look at your son. Oh, my God. Cold?
No. I'm trying to.
Was you sipping that? Get to the thing,
You
Tia.
can sip a little wine. So we did co-parenting, voluntarily lying.
I know a lot of y'all women can relate.
We know a lot of men can relate too.
I was actually saying women can relate because the men do it.
And vice versa.
Homeboy, can you stop it, please?
And not domestic violence, but want a stern man.
I think that's ridiculous. I think that's ridiculous.
No domestic violence, but want a stern man.
I think that's ridiculous.
Like,
yo,
don't put your hands on me, but give me the rock. You know what I mean?
To me, I think that's pointless. Like, why am I gonna keep threatening you? Like, what's the sense? If you know I'm not gonna put my hands on you. The fuck? It's only with so much. Sit the fuck down. All right, you're not gonna make me sit down.
I feel like it's not like that. It's more That's me giving you the initiative.
Can you say that out loud? Look, can you say that out loud? Since you like talking. No, please. You want me to tell you what you said? Okay. She just go ahead. Tell him, Tia. Please tell him.
I said no.
No. This is something. This is open. Go ahead.
I don't feel like it's more of in the domestic sense. You know what I mean? I feel like it's more in that sense to let you know what type of time we on tonight.
In what sense?
I'm not saying it.
Why not? Exactly, because it's fucking foolishness.
But you entertain it though.
When I what? I can't hear you. When I do what?
Yo.
Makeup sex, duh.
I'm crying.
Son, I don't agree with that. I never thought like makeup sex was the best sex. I thought it was good, but I didn't think it was the best. Personally.
No? What do you feel like was the best sex?
To me,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like saying this. Like when I was in deep love, son. Like when I was really in love and it seemed like it wasn't just sex. Like we was having an encounter. Like that movie type of shit where it was hard to believe. Well, you didn't believe it. Like niggas, yo, you ever made love or had that woman make love to you? Be like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. I'd be tearing up. When that happened to me and I want to get up and leave after I nutted. I wasn't thinking about another woman after I came. I wasn't ready to text somebody else to find out what I was doing for the night. I was just in that moment.
So that's the best sex.
That's the best sex for me. You don't even got to be my best sex partner. But if our sexual things, my love is, I think when your loves and feelings are involved, that's the best love maker.
Mm.
You?
It depends.
On what?
Mine is when you're just genuinely in love with the person. Makeup sex. I can't pinpoint like an exact time that I had like the
I
best
didn't ask you
sex.
for the exact time. I was asking, when do you feel? What experience?
I enjoy good sex, so it has to be like stuff like that, like makeup sex.
Yeah,
being in love with
that's
you.
a true emotional. My feelings got to be in 100%. Yeah, and I think that doesn't happen often when your feelings are in 100%. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Even if like that may not be the type of love you should be engaging in. You understand what I'm saying? Like our relationship may not be what it needs to be, but that love is there. That's the best sex to me. But that's also the most dangerous because it's all emotional, and emotions are temporary feelings. Mm. So it might be like that today, but then we could go south and sour, and we will never have that type of sex again. It varies, man. That's why I said in the past that was what I always considered the best sex. Look at your son. Give him a cookie. Give him a cookie.
What's the problem?
So this a-hole wrote, "I miss you, sex."
Yeah, that's good sex too. That's good sex too.
I miss you, sex.
I think that's good sex too. No, I think it's good sex.
Because I don't, you know what? I didn't really miss like that. But it depends.
I think that's good sex too.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Look at his head. Jesus Christ. Nobody's perfect, but if you know you truly love me and I truly love you, the sex is going to always be good. I do not agree. Can you stop pulling on my clothing, please? Stop it.
Don't talk to him like that.
Stop it. No. I'm telling you to stop. No. Why? Because if your sex is trash, it's no, bro. That's not the truth. The sex will be good if that person is good at sex and the feelings are there. That's everything. But to me, I never fell in love with a person that sex was trash. So I can't relate to that. Yeah, that's just me. Never. I never liked somebody whose sex is trash.
Really?
Never.
So you always had good sex, technically?
No. If I always had good sex, I would. No, never the case. Jesus Christ, are you okay? Let me get that for you, please. You all right? Yeah, all right. Yeah, I know.
So, did we answer her question about the co-parenting?
I cannot wait for you to get your hair done, bro. This battery's on 10%. You know what, Tia? Yo, Tia can never just make sure everything's right. But we got to
you feel like we answered how to co-parent without being bitter?
Yes. Put your fucking feelings aside and act like an adult.
Mm-hmm. Co-parenting without being bitter. A stern, rough, and tough relationship with no domestic violence.
Son, you like to play. Get off me because you like to play. Can you not do that? Hello.
All right, and what was the other one? Voluntarily telling a lie. Yeah. That behind that lie was because the person was afraid. Wait, but see, I agree with that. But what I don't understand is, like, for instance, if a person lie about, like, just randomly lie about some shit.
Like, why?
You get what I'm saying? Like,
why would you randomly lie? Because you're afraid to tell the truth.
But even if it's not something like, for instance, okay, like,
it always comes from the basis of being afraid. You don't. If you're voluntary telling lies, you're afraid of being.
I'm trying to think of an example.
You're running 5 minutes late. Yeah, boy, I'll be there in 2 minutes. Knowing you were half an hour away. That type of lie.
No. See, not that.
So what type?
I'm talking about like I didn't ask you about nothing. I didn't bring up nothing to you pertaining to the lie. I didn't nothing. And you decided to say, "Oh yeah." X, Y, and Z happened.
Because they are afraid of telling the truth. There's no other reason to lie. What other common sense reason can you come up? Why did that person tell that lie? To go fit into with some type of story they're portraying.
Right, making up a whole story.
Exactly. That's because they're afraid to tell. They're making up a story because they're afraid of being honest. They want you to believe whatever story they already told, and that lie kind of coincides with it. You're like, I was just out getting money. Because you know you're not a real get money nigga. You don't sell drugs.
Like,
I was out all day.
Bullshit. That's what I'm saying. Like, what if it don't pertain to the thing? I'm trying to give me an example that when somebody voluntarily told you a lie and it don't pertain to nothing at all. It don't pertain to a previous lie. It don't pertain to a lie that they told. It don't have nothing to do with nothing.
That person is just fearful of being truthful.
If I really went to the supermarket and I just randomly tell you, call me and you like, oh, what you doing? I know I just left the supermarket, but I'm like, yeah, I just left the sneaker store.
Why are you lying?
This is what I'm saying.
Because you're afraid of telling the truth.
But you going to the supermarket was the truth. Why wouldn't you be?
But you lied. You chose to lie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because you're scared of being truthful. That's the whole point. Like, if you're just lying for no reason, you're just a natural liar. You're afraid of being truthful. Ain't no reason to lie. I don't understand how, like, I don't understand how you could try to find a way to justify a random lie. There's no justifying it. It's a fucking lie. But, like, coming out the blue with some bullshit. A fearful boy will always lie, and fearful girls will always. Sitting with the person and be like, yo, when I was walking down the block, I see Tisha. That's a regular lie. Like,
right.
Like
yeah, but knowing you didn't even see that person. You just came out nowhere. I didn't ask you. You didn't really see that person.
That person is afraid of being honest. They want. I'm gonna tell you why. You know why people say that? So they could see Mixie and Loopy like, yo, I ran into what you call it. They want you to believe that facade that they're putting on is real. It's always gonna come down to lying and being fearful. Period, bro. And Tisha was like, oh yeah, fuck you, and so blah blah. That person wanna see Mixie. He want to seem like he ran into somebody and he's busy because they know they not. Get the fucking picture, man. You want to see something wrong with a bunch of women from right here? Y'all trying to find a reason to justify a lie. So when your man lie to you and you find out, you can justify it mentally because you know you're going to keep dealing with it. Am I wrong? I'm right. That's the end of this. I just explained it to you third.
Look, there's another comment here. Why are you in my hair, baby?
I only used to lie when I was cheating. Like, yo, when it come down to it, you shouldn't really be lying. What are you lying for? Mind you, they did. Tisha walked right past him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what you lied, made up a whole story. Like, you see Tisha had a whole convo. Mind you, probably really did see her. She walked right past. She was like, what was the point of that lie, though?
I just explained
it. Crazy.
I just explained it.
I get what you're saying about the being afraid.
No,
I'm just so
that's
confused.
not what I said. You're not listening. People that do shit like that, they have a facade that they know everybody. They mixy. They always doing something to appear to be more of what they are to other people. They have to continue that lie because they're fearful of not being that image. Niggas I don't believe in just lying for no reason. I don't believe that. I think there's always some type of base behind that lie. It may not have a valid point, but if you know somebody that's just lying for no reason, why are you even entertaining that?
Because sometimes it don't be the lie don't even be harmful.
Okay, cool. I don't believe that. To
sometimes
me,
the lie really
if we got a relationship and you lie, I don't care if the lie. What you lying for?
Some people call it white lies,
and that's a justification from a liar. Because I can tell 1,000 white lies. That's gonna make it okay?
No.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, like how you said, like what, you're not leaving the person because I feel like sometimes the white lies don't even be harmful. Like it just be like, well, what the fuck? You know, like nigga.
But you're afraid of just telling that being honest.
Yeah.
That's what it be, bro. Like, and yo, you know what's crazy? When somebody told me that, I tried to justify so many of my lies, and every time that person like, well, what's the real reason? And because you didn't want the person to find it, because you was afraid. And I had to admit that to myself. And I ain't like that shit at first. It made me feel mad weak. Like, what the fuck am I afraid of? No, that's the truth. When you really got to think about justifying your lies and why you lied, you'll get it. You'll become a fucking adult and realize, yo, I was lying because I was scared.
All right, well, we're going to end this.
All right, y'all. Next week.
You guys been great. Give us some topics.